estimated 2.5 million trafficked people worldwide.
What we have to do is to create better, more effective tools for prosecuting those who are engaging in human trafficking.
$1.2 million children. That's how many of our young ones are stolen each year worldwide. Today, 1.2 million children from babies to 18 years of age are either kidnapped or coerced into a life of sex trafficking, human slavery, every year. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it affects every one of us. Statistically, a child you know right now will be lured into sex trafficking. Which one will it be? Your neighbor's child? Yours.
Welcome to the Philippines Bid Ambassador Club Pre-Launch. One of our slogans is creating wealth while transforming lives. Now, Bids That Give, or BTG as it's better known, where every bid helps a kid, is having a pre-launch here in the Philippines. Now, BTG as a whole is going global. The company first opened its doors in the United States of America July 4th, which is our Independence Day. And then from there, we have a pre-launch going on as we speak, the country of Brazil. Canada came up just a little while ago, and right now we have a pre-launch going to May 15th of 2013. Now, BTG is helping children in over 7 countries just from the production of the United States. So far-reaching from Cambodia, right to Africa, to Belize, to Haiti, to of course Thailand, where our founder, Mr. Randy Jeffers, started his first orphanage on his own back in 2007. Now, before we get into the heart of our presentation, we got to kind of cover some of the legal. So it says, if you make a purchase from Bids That Give, you're purchasing an e-commerce subscription, or you're purchasing bids to give away as samples. Now, you're not purchasing stock or any other form of investment or equity. You must actually use the bids that you purchase or give them away as samples to help grow your business. Now, affiliates who represent our products to others in a misleading manner, or in any way that leads the buyer to believe he or she is making the investment or purchasing equities, will be terminated, and all commissions and awards will be forfeited. Buyers must read the entire How It Works section on the company's website and the legal disclaimers. And then any translations that happen from other countries, just remember that the English version of our terms and conditions is authoritative. Now, here's the disclosure. For to save time, you can go ahead and stop the video now and you can read through that. But we're going to jump right into it here. So this model that we have here in Bids That Give is very unique. It's never been done before. So what we're not asking people to do in our business model is the same old, where we're asking people to go out and sign hundreds of people, right? You sell stuff out of the trunk of your car or your garage or wherever. You work a lot of hours and you make very little money. Traditional failure ratio in the home-based business in many cases as 80+%, which is very frustrating. Now what we know people can do is they can run free ads daily online. So if you can simply copy some advertisement, about a paragraph with your own link built in, you can post that on your Facebook page or other approved websites with some other minor qualifications. You'll then be qualified to make money every day. And of course, we're asking you to give away, the heart of our business, the driving force, or bids. You give some of those away, you'll share in global income pools with our revolutionary private revenue sharing company, or better known as PRSC. Now, if you can do that a couple minutes each day, each week, then you can be successful in our program. So as long as you can do those simple things, you and your entire organization will turn the failure around to have 80+% success ratio. And that's the one big change, right, that we offer, the BTG difference, that, as we like to think, is going to change the game in the home-based business world. Now, PRSC, or Private Revenue Sharing Company, comes in really two flavors, if you like. I call it a front end, which is where we get paid every day, right, to get paid to advertise. And then we have a leadership revenue sharing program that can take you from 0 to $1 million a year club income status. Very exciting. Now here in the Philippines, right, we are now in our pre-launch, which is going to run through May 15th, and regardless, even if you sign up on the last day of the pre-launch, we're going to guarantee a minimum of 30 days of a 1% bonus payout on the money that goes into the system to purchase the bids. And so that's a guarantee of a minimum of 30 days, which, as we go through the presentation, is very rewarding. Now that's just for the countries that we're launching. Right after the 30 days, then the model takes effect like it normally does, and we'll kind of share with you both how does the daily income revenue sharing work versus the leadership and the monthly. Very exciting program, very exciting formula. So over the next couple or few minutes, I should say, we're going to talk about a brilliant program, right? We're going to talk about how we help the kids. We're going to talk about our multi-billion-dollar, lineup of products and services. Everybody's favorite, which is the penny auction, right? And then how you can make a serious income working from home. Now remember, this particular video is for the pre-launch for the Filipino nation. Now the company's mission is very, very important to the founder, and as well as myself, who I've had a 12-year relationship with this individual. And we recognize the brutal truth that there's over 150 million orphan children in the world. Now every day those numbers grow, more than 5,000 kids who become orphaned. And if nobody does anything about this, by the year 2015, there could be as many as 15 to 20 million new children that are orphaned every year. That's just really kind of sad when you think about it. So the company's goal, well, first off, we recognize it's a global problem and we're going to do something about it. And our goal is to become the largest company in the world that takes care of underprivileged and orphaned kids. And of course, the question the person is really asking you is, would you like to help us in our endeavor? Now, a lot of this information, of course, that we're going over can all be seen online. If you'd like to know about the programs that we're already working in the multiple countries, you can go to btgcharities.com, and then you can kind of get a grasp of the things that we're doing, where we're saving kids from being sold into sex slavery, to feeding tens of thousands of children in Haiti every month, orphanages that we've established help further along in countries like Cambodia and Thailand and things of that nature. So once again, to get all the information you need as far as what our real mission is about the Bids That Give program is btgcharities.com. You get paid to advertise. That's a lot different than trying to get paid to recruit, which is why the huge failure ratio of the traditional models of home-based business. So if you can simply copy and paste an advertisement, advertise the company, advertise your websites, you will be well on your way to becoming very successful in your own home-based business. Now, we've created the most powerful lineup the world has ever seen. So we have things we'll cover, right, the different corners of the world. And so regardless if it's our all, encompassing auction where everybody's going crazy, our penny auction, to weight loss, to consumer products, to the multi-billion-dollar health and wellness industry, the beauty and skincare industry, the multi-billion-dollar telecom, travel, things like healthy coffee, sports memorabilia. There's something here for everybody in the BTG business model. Now, most of all these products are going to be sold online in what we call the BTG virtual mall. So let's say you or your wife went to go shopping for some jewelry. You simply go to the website, click on the link, and it's going to open up an entire store of different kinds of things, from cubic zirconia all the way up to diamonds. Now remember, when people make a purchase from BTG, they're not only going to get a great product at a great price, they also know that every transaction, right, every purchase is going to help a child in need. And of course, another part of that proceeds is going into the daily revenue pool, and of course, helping the person who made the successful transaction through their website. Now, travel is another very attractive industry, right? Because if you have a lot of money and a lot of free time, which a lot of our leaders do, you can travel like never before. And so here, every vacation helps a child. And so you can go to all kinds of exotic places all over the world for a fraction of what it cost you going through a traditional agency. Another thing that we like to talk about is trivia that gives. Here is a free online game to play where, you know, there's questions that are posed based on the different categories we see over here to the left. You get 4 answers to choose from. There's a timer there, and a lot of businesses like to put this like in their establishments and restaurants and stuff, and people can play this particular game on their smartphone. But the point of this program is every right answer that they come up with helps a kid. So every right answer helps a kid. Once again, this is free to play. Advertisers create all the revenue streams for all the people that are going to get paid. Obviously, our affiliates are going to get paid as they build a customer base. Every right answer is helping a kid. So this is a win-win for everybody, where there's really no out-of-pocket for the consumer nor the affiliate. But everybody's favorite at this point in time is, of course, the penny auction, the BTG penny auction. This is an incredible thing as far as entertainment and winning stuff up to 99% off. So here we see a Google Nexus tablet, right? This is a certified winner from our website. We see down here that the retail price of this product is $302. Now we see here the price that was actually $27.04 American. So what we have here are people that are going in and they're purchasing the bids. Now retail bids are 65 cents, just like the #1 penny auction in the United States, which is doing upwards of 15,000 of these auctions per day. And of course in BTG, the affiliates can actually get the price of the bids for 50 cents. Now, as the product goes into the auction, right, it goes up into the block, the auction block, so to speak, there's a timer for 15 seconds. But every time there's a bid, the clock resets for 15 seconds until there's no more bids that come in within the 15 seconds and the last person in that wins. So here we have obviously over 90% off. So if this was you, would you be excited about getting a Google Nexus tablet for $27.04, right? But the company collected 65 or 50 cents per bid, and of course, and the price of the product goes up 1 penny at a time. So 1 cent goes into $27.04, 2,704 times. So obviously we see here that the company took in a lot of profit, and it's a win-win formula for the winner, the company, and of course every bid helped a kid. So how do pennies add up? Well, here are 4 certified winners with the retail prices in red. And then in green is the actual price that the person got to take the item home. So if we take the calculation here of the bids that went in to play the auction, so to speak, and we multiply that by the cost of the bid, we see here the company earned a profit of well over $4,000 for just 4 items. And of course the company is moving products, you know, every couple minutes of every day. The auctions are going off around the clock. Now the good news is for the affiliates, right, we take up to 50% of all the revenue that was collected that day, both in bid sales and product sales, and then we redistribute it back to the people, and we'll get kind of more specific. But what we have here is a win-win formula for everybody. Now when it comes to being in a business, right, it has to be simple and it has to be turnkey for the most average person to be successful. So what we have is a version called the Business in a Box. Now remember, this is a business, right? And of course there has to be some type of out-of-pocket capital to start your business and purchase something. So what we have in the Business in a Box is a whole series of websites that are set up that can do all the retail, the training, the education, the virtual offices, right? The virtual malls, and of course some bids that go into the packages. Now in the Filipino pre-launch, other than other countries, they used to have to start with a minimum of $1,000 US Business in a Box kit. But for the Philippine nation, we're going to offer this business model for a minimum of only $250 US. Now remember, you get 2 times the bids for the cost of the US dollar, so it's 50 cents a bid. So we see here 250 is 500 bids, 1,000 would be 2,000. Of course, 5,000, 10,000, 10,000, 20,000 bids, and 25,000 turns into 50,000. So what we're talking about here is a completely simple and turnkey business that as we get involved in our business, we have the necessary tools, right, to operate instantly online, to sell products and services virtually through the internet, and then have bids to either give away as advertising, or we can obviously use those bids and win incredible stuff in the auction for up to 99% off. Now when it comes to making money, PRC is very hard to beat because it's a revolutionary patent pending concept that has multiple streams of income automatically built in. Now we see here retail bid commissions, retail website profits, there's an ambassador club daily revenue share pool. That's everybody's brand new person's favorite. There's a car allowance, wholesale bid commissions, subscription bonus pools. My favorite, of course, would be the quarterly 6-figure lifestyle bonus, and of course the ability to be in the million a year club. And we'll kind of cover just a few of these in the presentation. To save time, there are other videos that you can view that'll be more detailed in all of the ways that we can get paid. So, you know, when you start off with a business in a box, the higher your commitment means the higher retail profit margins that you have. Now remember, there's no garage qualifying. You simply promote your link and earn monthly profit checks on any purchases made by your customers without any of the headaches. Plus, a portion of every sale goes to the company revenue pools and, of course, our charities. Now when it comes to bids, now remember, this is the driving force of our company. So retail bids are customers that are not participating in the revenue streams. They just want to come to the auction and win some really cool stuff. Bids there are 65 cents. But the heart of our business is based on the subscription bids and the wholesale bids. Both of those are at 50 cents. Remember, this is US dollars that we're talking about. And I'll show you how you can get the subscription bids absolutely free. And remember, the wholesale bids are bids that you can actually use in the auction yourself. You can give them away to people so they can go to the auction and play for free, kind of break the ice. And then in the future, the wholesale bids are actually going to become universal currency, where you can go into the virtual mall and trade some of your wholesale bids for actual retail products. Very exciting stuff. Now, subscription packages, there are 4 to choose from. So these are listed in US dollars here. I'll put the pesos underneath. So the contributor, which is $10, right, that gives you 20 bids, right, still at 50 cents, is a way for somebody to get started with their toe in the water, so to speak. $50 US, that's 100 bids. $100, 200 bids, and of course the global ambassadors, the ultimate way to go. $250 gets you 500 bids. Now remember, these are bids you can use in the auction, win stuff for 99% off, but there's a really cool catch with this program. When you get 4 people who have the same subscription that you have or higher, then you don't have to pay for the bids anymore, but you get the bids absolutely free. Now remember, as long as you're running your advertisement, you're going to be making money every single day, and we give you the option of then not having to have any more out-of-pocket capital to contend with, right, from that point on. So remember now, when you're purchasing these subscription bids, you get 4 people, you get it for free. Now the higher your commitment, right, in the program, the more money you can make. This video was designed for the pre-launch, and so for the pre-launch, we're looking for the leaders to build big teams around. So what we do here then is we're going to offer just a 250 pack for the global ambassadors. So remember, that would be 250 for the wholesale bids that we talked about earlier is the minimum, and then another 250 for the global ambassador for 500 more bids here. And just to make sure, right, you have the opportunity to get all this money right back, we have an instant fast start bonus, which from each person that you're personally enrolling, you'll get up to 20% of whatever their subscription package is right away, because all these commissions are generated every day. And anybody they refer, you get 10% of that order. So this is just a real fast way to get all this money right back into what we call your iWallet. So you go out there, you make your commitment, you go out there and introduce the business to a handful of people, you can get that money right back. Now when it comes to the wholesale bids, now remember, in the pre-launch it's a minimum of $250, and that can go all the way up to 25,000 US dollars. And with the wholesale bids, because we're only doing the pre-launch right now, everybody's pretty much going to be a global ambassador. That means you get up to 12% of all of the wholesale bids that are being sold and then resold as people roll over some of their commissions. So this is a great way to earn some immediate fast start commissions in the program, because all of this is calculated every single day. So for the people that you're personally putting in, you're getting up to 12%, right, because we're global ambassadors in the pre-launch. And then anybody they're personally referring, you get up to 6% of all of their orders. Now this is not just the initial order, but all the repeating orders from the livelihood of that person for as long as they're with the program. Now you have a choice, right, to either take that commission home immediately, request the company to pay you those commissions, or you can simply put that back into the revenue pool so it can grow. And to help assist you is if you decide to take some of your commission, put it into the daily revenue pool so it can go with the success of the company, which is moving forward, we will accelerate it. So once again, we're talking about global ambassadors, right? So depending if you're 250 all the way up to 25,000, and then all the commission that you earned that you put into the system, we're going to be able to multiply that. So here we have an example of a global ambassador with 10,000 points. They want to put that back in the system. Let's just say they're at the 10,000 point level. That means the company's going to accelerate it by 1.6. So instead of getting credit for 10,000 units, they're going to be able to get 16,000 units. And then of course after the pre-launch, people that have lower qualifications will still be able to have some form of multiplication factor, just at a lesser amount. Now once again, just so we're very clear, this is not based on how many people you can go get. The daily revenue share, how you qualify for that is right now in the pre-launch, we're waiving the first requirement of 2 retail customers, which is simply giving bids away to 2 people and registering them online. They don't have to spend any money. Let's just talk about the real one here, which is running a daily ad. So that is simply a copy and paste thing on your Facebook or an approved website. You do that once a day, 6 days a week. The weekend counts as 1 day for, spiritual beliefs. The next qualification is to spend at least $10 in wholesale bids. That would be the same as 400 pesos, and that's one time. And then make a minimum commitment of $10, which again is another 400 pesos a month in subscription bids, knowing that if you get 4 people, you get that absolutely free. So if you can do those simple things, at this point 3 things: run an ad, $10 in wholesale bids US, $10 in subscription bids US, then we have the ability to participate in the first of the 2 revenue pools, which is very exciting because that means you could be making money this time tomorrow. That's right, you could sign up today, you could be generating income in less than 24 hours. All you have to do is simply copy and paste your ad and have purchased the necessary bids. So how the formula works is we take all of the products and services listed over here on the left, right? That's from the bids themselves all the way to the consumer products that are being sold online, right? So all of that revenue is going into a pool, and we take up to 50% of that and we redistribute it to all the people that have qualified from what I talked about the page earlier. Now there is a maximum daily point allowance of 200,000 points, and what that means is you get to take your commission, put it back into the pool, and because of the company's success, we share in that revenue pool with everybody every day. But once it gets up to that level, right, you're making multiple, you have the opportunity to make multiple 6 figures a year just from the revenue pool. But once it hits a plateau of 200,000 units, any additional commissions beyond that, you simply have to take them home every day, which is not really a bad thing. But this is a way that you can generate money every single day, right, in the business by advertising your business. Now, there's one more incentive to our program on the front end, and that is we have a car payment program. So, we'll make the payments for any make or model. You get to choose. As long as the car is not over 3 years old, we will pay up to 24,000 pesos a month if you maintain at least 50,000 points, and you do that for 4 weeks. Now once you accumulate the points in our program, they never expire, so they never go away, and then you have to reach a status of mentor. And you can watch one of the additional videos there, which is building just a very small team. But when you meet the 50,000 points at 4 weeks and then the mentor status, then you can pretty much go down and pick out the car of your choice up to 24,000 pesos per month on us. Now, if you decide, right, to keep building a team with the same 50,000 points that are accumulated over 4 weeks, right? Remember, they never go away, they never expire, and you hit another level, which we call VIP 1, then the company's going to kick it up to 28,000 pesos a month for the car of your choosing. And obviously, here in the Philippines, 24,000 to 48,000 pesos a month gets you just about any kind of car that you'd like to drive, so to speak. Now, As a recap, remember we have the contributor, which is $10 US minimum commitment, right? This is not during the pre-launch, but this is when we launch May 15th, right? They get to earn the 5% and 2.5% initial sales, and there's no accelerating of the points. Now Guardian, right? A little more commitment, a little more income. And it goes all the way till we get to the Global Ambassador, right? And at the Global Ambassador, which is what the pre-launch is all about, right? That's where you make the most money possible. So you have the ability to make 12 and 6% and have your points be accelerated anywhere from 1.3 to 1.7 every time you put them back into the daily revenue pool, plus whatever that success comes from that day. Now, that concludes really the first part of our program. Now, for people that are leaders or team builders, right? And most people in the home-based business industry, they're forced into that. In this program, remember, you get to make the daily revenue share from advertising. And as you put more people into the system, it's gravy because you get more commission to put more points into the system that helps you accelerate your income. If you like to build a team, we have a second revenue sharing concept, PRSC program, that'll blow your mind. And with this program, right, this is a way to make a second revenue share that has the potential of being 10 times bigger than the first revenue. And the only thing you have to remember here is the more subscription pools you qualify for, the greater your income potential. Now remember, this can take you from 0 to $1 million a year club. Now we're talking US money, right? So $1 million US is 40 million pesos. So that can take you from 0 to 40 million pesos a year club, right? And that's not the maximum, but there's a guarantee in our compensation plan that we can guarantee a 1 million or 40 million pesos payout as a bonus, not counting all your commissions. Is that crazy? Absolutely, but that's just the way the program works. Now here's some of the highlights of our second tier program, right? Our second revenue sharing program. There are 10 tiers of subscription bonuses. Now that's not 10 levels. That means you get to go into the bonus pool program up to 10 times. Then we have visionary and VIP bonuses. We have luxury car incentives, right? Where you can get luxury cars up to $100,000 US all the way to $225,000 US, right? That gets you like a Lamborghini or a Bentley. We've got 6-figure lifestyle bonuses, $50,000 US monthly bonuses, of course the amazing million a year club, and then of course the opportunity to achieve it 3 more times. Now, we'll be happy to share with you the entire PRSC patent pending compensation plan. If you're interested in our business model, just simply let the person know if you'd like to know more, and they have another video they can share with you. But the point of our program here is we want to kind of keep this simple and let the people know that as you go online and you can investigate the company and look at the BTG charity site and, you know, get on some conference calls and webinars with our leaders. As you get started, you could be earning income in as little as 24 hours. All you have to do is then log into btgphilippines.com / and then the person has an actual custom username to take them right to their personal site. With BTG, every bid helps a kid. Well, hey, that's my time. My name is JR. I'd like to say thanks for paying attention to our program. Get back with the person, let them know if this is a program that's exciting to you. So remember now, together we can make a difference. Thanks for listening. God bless.